check out this clip right here. This is Elizabeth Warren talking about Mollie Tibbetts. Let's check it out live right here. All right, let me turn on the volume. That might help. All right.
Story, a very important story in the news. It has to do with Mollie Tibbetts, the young woman in Iowa who was murdered. Her body believed to be found yesterday. A person has been charged with it. This person is an undocumented immigrant. Mike Pence.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it a couple of times because I have to do that because I know how YouTube is. They don't want me to just, play stuff all the way through. They might try to give me a strike or something. But undocumented immigrant, is that what we're going to call it? Or are we going to call it what it is, which is illegal alien?
Pence and the president have suggested the immigration laws need to be stronger so that people like this man who was accused of this murder were not in the country. Your reaction?
I'm so sorry for the family here, and I know this is hard, not only for the family, but...
Before she even gets into it, I could tell by her body language that she's not really trying to have a conversation. She didn't want to talk about Mollie and the fact that she was killed by an illegal alien. That is not what she wants to talk about right now. I could tell by how she responded initially. That was pretty obvious to see, but let's keep going.
But for the people in her community, the people throughout Iowa, but one of the things we have to remember is we need an immigration system that is effective, that focuses on where real problems are. Last month, I went down to the border and I saw where children had been taken away from their mothers. I met with those mothers.
Okay, so now we've changed the subject. We've gone away from the illegal alien committing a murder to the children taken away. I mean, Mollie, that was somebody's child and she was taken away. So is that not really important? What's going on? But let's keep going.
Others who had been lied to, who didn't know where their children were, who hadn't had a chance to talk to their children. And there was no plan for how they would be reunified with their children. I think we need immigration laws that focus on people who pose a real threat. And I don't think mamas and babies are the place that we should be spending our resources.
I mean, but how do you know who poses a real threat? Mamas and babies. I mean, what about this guy? This guy was a farmhand, didn't have any kind of prior history here in the States, allegedly. How do you know who is a real threat and who is not? Just because you are a mama doesn't mean that you can't be a threat. You can have kids and be somebody that can be a killer. All right. Just like, Griselda Blanco from the Cocaine Cowboys documentary. She had kids, but she was a ruthless killer. So let's not use this gender and age card to get out of this situation. Let's keep going.
Sources. Separating a mama from a baby does not make this country safer.
A mama, like why use this language? One thing I like to do is just, I like to kind of think about what people are saying when they say it. A mama, why not say mother? You're using this language to try and be more like common folk, right? To kind of connect with people of color. I see what you did. So, people like Elizabeth Warren, all these other crazy lefties, I know what kind of stuff they're into. That's crazy, but that's all I got to say about that. All right, let me get to a couple more.